Welcome back to Curious Crafts. As you can see, Clover is busy.
Yes.
Painting. That's the combination of black paint and Mod Podge.
Yes.
I'm saying it correctly now.
Yes, Mod Podge.
It's not Mod Podge like
Nope.
I used to say.
Yep.
You've corrected me on that.
I have.
So she's doing the fire portal entrance, fire plane portal entrance, and giving it a good layer of Mod Podge. And then setting it aside and doing the steps. We've decided to keep them separate so we could use them modularly. That's a word, right?
I have no idea.
So once that's painted, she can move on to the stairs and paint those. And then by the time those are done, that might be dry enough to do the detail work. And I'm going to go grab actually more brushes.
Okay.
I'm going to be making earth elementals.
Ooh.
Yeah, I bet you didn't know that.
What are those?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. This was not scripted at all.
Nope.
They are these. Aw, aren't they cute? Here's some brushes.
Yeah.
I am using the old standard process, and I say old standard, I mean basically what Tranquil does, and that's attaching wire to a tile, a piece of tile. This is a piece of tile.
Ooh.
Yeah, and he suggested putting the nice smooth side down so that if you're playing on a tabletop you don't want to get scratched, you don't want to put the rough side down. So I've done it smooth side down, and that's the rough side, because I'm just going to cover that with some sort of terrain scatter anyway. But I've created this using, let me put it up to the camera, wire and hot glue to kind of resemble this little guy right there. Sorta.
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
I mean, yeah. So I've got 3 of them already kind of wired and ready to go. One's skinnier than the others, but that's okay. Maybe there's a skinny guy. And I've made the bases so that they, probably see here, they're considered large creatures, so they're taking up that 2" by 2" square, which is 10 feet. And let's just make them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going very well.
I want to make sure that I put the music on. Is the music going? Yes, the music's going just fine. This was, I was going to make some terrain, a flat, large piece of terrain, and give it some texture, which you might want to do for that once it's dry. Should have gotten you some gloves.
I don't need gloves. I just use my fingers.
I see that. Alright, so if you're wondering what kind of wire I used, it's got paint all over it now.
Oh, yeah.
No, oh man, me, it's your fault. I think this is 18 gauge. It might be 16. It's probably 18 gauge. It's pliable. It's not as thick, obviously, as a hanger, but it's not as thin that you can't just, like a twist tie, that you can just bend it back and forth and snap it off. And I had to use needle nose pliers to get it to turn, but I wanted it to be sturdy. So this is what I used, along with that base, that tile base, and just hot gluing it onto there. And now I'm going to make it look like that earth elemental shape. I'm just going to use some pieces of this foam insulation and kind of give it a little bit of a rocky looking body.
Yeah.
Like that. Mm-hmm. Need my glasses because I'm old. So I thought I would take bits of this and attach it, but first I want to kind of give them a body. So like that.
I need another plate.
You need another plate?
Yeah, I'm gonna just let this dry for right now. I'll go back and paint more of it later, but I'm not.
So here, why don't I stop what I'm doing, since I just got a nice rousing start to that, and grab you another plate.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Shall I move this? Grab the brush.
Okay.
Oh,
careful.
Oh.
If that falls, you're screwed. It fell.
I'll fix it.
Alright, well.
You don't trust me?
No, I do. I just mean you're gonna get paint all over your hands, like
no,
I
I'm
did.
I'm gonna grab a glove.
Oh. Wait, there were gloves?
Yeah, I've got gloves.
Oh.
Did you want a glove?
No, it's fine.
Not now.
My hands are already dirty.
Sounds like I'm about to... Ah, there we go.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was crafting. You want anything else while I'm sitting down here ready to go?
No, it's
You're good?
fine.
Okay. You don't need the glue gun yet, right? So I can move that over to my right hand.
Yep.
Alright. So I've never done this before. I've never made one of these before. I've made minis before. I'm just going to carefully bevel the edges of all the rocks that I put on here. Because you can see
Bevel?
Yeah, you see how he's kind of like got a bevelly look to him?
What is that?
That is a word.
Oh.
It has that the edge on it, like the rock isn't perfectly square, not square. Like bevel. Oh, you don't know what bevel is? Like that. That's a bevel.
Ah.
Not even paying any attention to me.
Not at all.
Alright, so. Now, Tranquil would put cotton on here to get a more firm grasp on this, but
You're not Tranquil.
Well, that, and it's not like I'm trying to paint it or apply something that's not permeable? No. What is it?
I don't know what you're trying to get at.
Well, it's like a cloth. It's got ooh.
What?
Oh, thank you for the follow. That was from Mimsy. I turned the sounds back on so we could hear.
Right. Who followed?
It is Shay Razor. Thank you for the follow, Shay Razor. So, he looks like the
Wire?
No, he looks like the if you're old, you'll know this was.
Oh, so I won't know.
The California Raisin. Remember the California Raisins?
I don't, but he does look like a raisin.
I'll fix him. He doesn't look that threatening to the.
Not at all.
To the group.
Just take a bite out of him.
Well, I'll add more body to him after I bevel his edges.
I still don't understand what bevel means.
It's like you know how a diamond looks?
Yeah.
You know how a diamond isn't just a cube?
Yeah.
Like a six-sided die?
Right.
It's got angles on it.
Yeah.
You could say it's beveled.
Oh. So not right.
Right, correct. Not right angles.
Okay.
You're correct.
Cool.
There's my math girl.
I like math.
Yes.
I just got open this. There's paint on my hand.
Do you need some help?
No, I got this.
Of course
I'm
you
really
do.
good at opening things with one hand.
Okay. Alright, let's bevel this one.
There we go.
Do you need me to mix some more Mod Podge for you?
Yes.
Okay. Let me just stop what I'm doing.
You don't have to right now.
Let me just stop my craft project.
But it might benefit you in the future to already have some mix, because there is none left.
Some. You
there is
put it on very thickly.
Well, that's not a word. Second of all,
yes, it is.
You told me to put
that's
it on.
That's not a word?
Thickly? No, very thick.
Thickness. Thickerly.
No.
I have not gotten into the wine yet.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty positive.
Okay.
Now he just looks like a fat raisin.
Raisin. Yeah.
Well, maybe he has a good reason for being here. You guys can't see her, but she is trying not to laugh. I do like this process, though. I like the process of putting it all together like a puzzle.
Yeah.
Where you get a little piece there and go, oh, okay. I just want it to cover the wire a little bit, but yet give it that overlap. And it's supposed to look like a piece of earth. A beveled piece of earth. Okay, so we're getting closer. Oh, up this way. To that little guy. Sorta. Does look like a raisin.
I'm pretty sure all of the artists watching this are just crying.
They're cringing, yeah.
Watching me do this. Because I got paint all over my hands.
Yeah, you are just covered in it. It's gonna be fun to clean up.
I like painting, but I'm not great at it, and I don't waste time trying to keep it off my hands. And also, I'm gonna have to hold this until it dries because I painted every single side except for the
where you're holding it.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I am the smart one in the family.
So see, now he's already coming together. See, there's one of his little spiky head pieces. See?
So I've just painted a
You're just gonna stand there?
I'm just gonna sit here and show it off for 20 minutes.
Hold on. I'll put my gloves back on.
I can just go up to the fan and hold it.
No, don't do that. Then you'll just be over there forever. And you might drop it on the carpet, and then I'll be really
I'll take
upset.
the plate with me.
And I'll be really, really, really upset.
I'll take the plate with me.
Here.
It's not about getting paint on my hands. It's about, like, getting fingerprints on the paint.
I know. Set it down on the plate because, well, it will glue to the plate.
Yeah.
If we put down a piece of... I got an idea.
Oh.
Don't move.
Okay.
You know, there's an old adage about thinking twice before you do something.
Oh, yeah.
And you're not falling for that old adage, apparently?
No.
Alright, well, let's get this extra Mod Podge off. There. Alright, because that's vinyl, it should come off very easily. But put the bottom on it, because it doesn't matter if it gets screwed up. Are you doing any more paint?
Not anymore.
Alright, well, you're gonna do the other paint, though. This one? It's not quite dry yet.
Yeah, I need it to dry
right,
so I don't get more fingerprints on that.
You could wipe part of this off. This is really thick.
Okay, why don't you just paint it? Why didn't you just paint it?
You know, this could have been stuff that we could have worked on earlier today.
That is
and
true.
not on this live stream. But you know, let's just fix the sides since I've got my hands in the gloves here.
Okay.
And get some of this extra paint. It'll dry faster if we get some of this off, right?
Yeah. I know how it works. I'm just kind of ignoring that.
Apparently. Alright. This is tight quarters back here. Alright, so let's get the, oh, I know what you can work on.
Huh? What?
Since your hands are all, mushy anyway.
What? Here
is the base, and it needs more Mod Podge.
More paint? Okay.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, wow.
It needs more Mod Podge, I got it.
She dropped it on the table. She dropped the wet portal covered with black paint on the table. What am I doing? Am I showing this off or painting it? Or both?
You're gonna paint it. Put it on, oops.
It's already been painted.
No, but it needs more sand on the top.
Oh, so I'm gluing.
Well, sorta.
There's really no room for
you know what? Let me
me
move the display pieces that we don't really need on the screen any longer. I'll show that off in a little bit because I did make a portal to the
Earth.
Earth. Thank you.
Portal.
Oh, that's our skull. I'm like, what is that? Okay. Push that back up there. And now, this is the terrain that I built for the fire plane, correct?
Yep.
And here, you can use this glove.
Oh, okay.
You're going to want to. I turned it inside out.
Thanks.
So over on your left is a... Never mind, you can't find it. I'll get it.
Oh.
So here's a sponge.
You realize your left is also my left.
Correct.
This is a terrible sponge.
It's the one I got.
But it's not good.
It will be better when you dip it into water.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
the water is below you. Why don't you pour a little bit of water in that little dish right there?
Okay.
And I will find the sand. I like how it feels like I'm narrating your life right now.
Yep.
I'm looking for the red sand. Oh, here it is. In fact, I have 2 jobs for you. One involves glitter.
How much water do I need? All of it?
You need, no. Just a little, that's perfect.
Okay.
Alright, so I've got sand. By the way, you can get this at the dollar store.
Wait, why did I put the glove in my left hand?
I don't know. Why did you? You'll want to do it with the right.
I honestly have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing right now.
And you'll need a paper plate.
Another one?
We are so out of paper plates right now.
Well, I've already used up like 2.
Yeah. So
It's only been 15
I'll grab this
minutes.
one. This one's used, but that's alright.
Oh, yay.
It's colorful.
Yay.
Oh, it's got pennies on it. I don't know why it has pennies on it.
Can I keep them?
Sure. Scooch over. You're taking up all the room.
I'm really not.
Alright, so all you need for this is black paint, which I've got here. And oh, I don't know why it's got a twig on there too.
Twig.
And you'll need some sand. Put some sand into the black paint. Lean over. There you go. Oh, lots more than that.
Oh.
You want it nice and gritty.
Why don't you get a spoon while I'm here?
Well, okay, but aren't you going to paint with your right hand?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to switch gloves in a minute.
No, and I hold it with my left hand. That's how I get all the paint on my left hand.
But you're not going to hold it. You're going to hold the sponge with your right hand. Because you're right-handed.
Alright, you know.
I'm going to go back to my earth elemental.
I have no idea what I'm
this.
supposed to be doing.
I know, I'm telling you.
Get off my hand.
Just turn it inside out, and then you can wear it inside out.
But that would make it right side in, because it's currently inside.
It was currently inside out. If we're losing viewers.
Oh yeah, no, they're still here. I'm surprised.
Out of complete boredom.
Yeah.
And nonsense going on
And
over
so
here.
am I sponging it onto the lava?
Yeah.
Or
So
this?
onto this part, not the lava. So get this damp with your with that one. Give it a good,
completely damp.
Yeah, completely damp, and then get a good grip on it.
This is still not a good sponge. It's still very
just give it a workout there.
tough. Oh, it's getting better.
Yeah, see, I know what I'm doing.
I still don't like it.
Well, I think that's a you problem at this point. I am making.
Meh.
Oh, that looks so cute.
It's still a raisin.
Look at my little earth elemental. He's
It's
darling.
still just a raisin, in my opinion.
A raisin.
Yes.
He's beveled.
I know what that word means now. So, okay.
So now mix the, we're gonna give it a good squeeze. Now mix up the sand, the red sand, and the black paint. I think I need to put this on this side.
If it's black paint, am I putting it on here?
No, you're putting it more on here because you want it. See how this already has some? Oh, it's got water. You got water on it.
That wasn't me.
See how this already has some some texture on it right here?
Yeah.
Not here. That's water. Don't look at that.
I know.
It's right here and here. I wanted to give it a second layer of that.
Oh.
So that's what you're doing.
So just everywhere.
Well, I'd start in one section, so like at the top, so that you're not doing it all over again. Can I have my room back here?
No.
Apparently, I cannot. That one's too short. I gotta make a longer one.
So like that.
Yeah. Because it honestly, it won't be as thick when it dries, unfortunately.
I'm just punching your board now. But it's getting this part black.
I mean, just try not to go over a little bit, because we can touch that up, but try not to go over it too much.
Okay.
Okay, this needs to be a little angled. I'm looking at the picture on the screen to give this a little angled look on his face. He's got a little bit of an angle piece coming up like that. And then it ends right about there-ish. In a point. Not a point, but, you know, a beveled point.
Beveled.
Beveled. I said that word again.
I could just do that.
Sure, dab or paint or however it works.
Circular motions.
Yep.
That's a lot of sand.
It won't appear like that much.
No, no, I know what it looks like, and it's a lot.
Okay.
And also, I'm gonna need more. Like, it's pennies! It's a lot.
Yeah, you're gonna need more. That's fine. Just
like a lot more. You don't understand how much more I'm gonna need.
Well, the characters have to be able to walk on this terrain. Don't forget that. All right, I'm gonna glue that piece on right there.
Smush.
You know what song this reminds me of?
No.
Heard it through the grapevine. Yeah, you don't know that song.
I do not know that song.
It's an old song. It was the song that the California Raisins danced to on their commercial.
Was it a bunch of like dancing raisins?
It was cartoon raisins dancing. Yep, California Raisins commercial. Sponsor us.
I don't really think that'll happen.
All right, let's. Well, don't wreck it.
I don't. Okay. I'm gonna need more paint.
Okay. You know what? Oh, that's me. No, it's right here.
Yuck. Like a lot more paint. Like I might end up using this entire thing.
You will not. That's like 16 ounces of paint.
Yeah. You want to bet?
Yeah, I do. I don't want you to use that much because that's. Clover.
That was the paint, and you know that. Just gonna pour it.
That's fine as long as it doesn't get. Oh, that yeah. I don't care. I thought you meant pouring it straight onto the board. I wouldn't like that because I don't want it to get into that. Because I had to hand paint all that around the edge. And that took a lot of effort.
I've never mixed paint and rocks.
It's sand. Well, it's finely ground rocks, yes.
I've never mixed paint and sand. Why didn't you just use black sand?
I actually didn't have any. But the paint acts as a glue for the sand. That's why it had to be something. It looks really good though.
Thanks.
It needed more texture. That piece I finished, I thought I was done with it, and then I decided it needed more texture. She's gonna take all her aggressions out on the paint.
Oh, absolutely. You know what? Can I use a paintbrush?
It'll be ruined. Go get one of yours.
You have so many more than I do.
Well, but they're all ruined.
That actually may not be true. I might have more.
At this point, you might. Here's that one that you used for the thing. Use that, because it was in bad shape anyway.
Okay.
This looks like a hand.
It's still a raisin.
Give me 5.
No.
Give me 5.
No.
It needs one more little thingy on the top that kind of juts in like that. So I'll use that piece. Safety first. Okay. If you're a kid watching, make sure that you ask parents to use some of these sharper pieces of equipment. Unlike my daughter, who never asks permission to use.
Oh yeah, no, I just take them.
Ooh, I broke that. I'll have to get another one.
You broke a raisin?
No, I broke the piece of...
Okay, this is so much more inconvenient.
What did I tell you? I said use the thing, and you were like, no, I want to use a brush.
I stopped listening a while ago, I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's a good thing you're smart.
Yeah.
This is like a crystal, almost. But I have to have it coming off of his face like that. I can trim it later. I'll trim it in post. Isn't that what they say?
I don't know. See, the thing is, it's like once the sand touches the board, it won't come off. So it's like I can't just spread it around.
I know. That's why I was dabbing it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Alright, do you think he's looking closer to the...
What do you mean, less like a raisin? No, he's still a raisin.
I gotta get on the... He's got arms, they're just really skinny arms at this point. Yeah,
he's still a raisin with rocks growing out of him.
So, let me just carve his face. I can't see his face, so I didn't make that picture very big. Let's see if I can make the picture bigger. There we go.
Oh, wow.
There. That's straight from D&D Beyond. I hope they don't sue me. Don't sue me, D&D Beyond.
I doubt they're watching.
I'm not making any money off of this. It's okay. Okay, so if I give him a... That's almost perfect, that piece right there. I like the way it has that bump in the front for his nose. And then I'm just going to carve downward to make his mouth and then chip away at it. Oh, that's brilliant! Oh, it looks like he's got gravel in his mouth, and he looks angry. And by the way, I didn't actually plan this piece. It just came together. Don't you love it when a piece comes together?
Yeah.
It's a little too thick, so I'll have to fix the thickness. But I like the face, so I'm gonna trim the thickness of it. So we're not gonna stream next week our crafting. Are you gonna miss it?
What, me?
Yeah.
Not really.
What? You mean not really?
I have video games.
You love crafting with me.
Oh, sorry. Was I supposed to say yes? I'll miss it.
Yeah.
Oh, then yes, I will miss it ever so much.
Didn't even try it hard.
No.
This looks so cool. I won't be able to duplicate this on my other one. I do have to get the other shards off of his head, though.
Okay, alright, so I'm still developing a technique for this.
And how's it working?
Honestly, not very good. Not very good, but I'm making progress.
What have you found to be the best technique?
Not that, that's for sure. Trial and error, that's how.
It has to dry within like the next month or so.
Oh, you wanted a month? that may not.
I'm gonna give this some more texture. I'm not gonna cut all the way through, I'm just gonna indent a little bit. Make it look like, oh, it looks like he has hair.
A mohawk.
Okay, so that's going like that. I need to angle that better.
So how's that for texture?
I like it. That's great.
Good.
It doesn't need to be as thick.
That took a lot of paint.
Oh, it doesn't need to be that thick though.
See, okay, I'm trying to avoid these lines.
Yes, thank you for doing that.
I didn't there, but I forgot. I didn't even see it, to be honest.
It's lava. How could you miss it?
It's a small line.
It's a hot lava line.
I can't. Okay.
Alright, so now I need to glue that on. I think that's good. I'm just going to put glue in the center, and then I can put glue around it as I kind of work on it some more.
I'll try to work more on this side.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh no. You've
Yeah.
got it all over your fingers.
Yeah, good thing I have the gloves.
You're going to be at that for a while if that's... Uh-oh, I just broke his jaw.
Oh no. Okay, now it's clumping up. I need...
Yeah, you need to figure out a better solution.
Okay, wait. Water. A little bit of water.
A little bit of water? Alright. Alright, now it just looks like... It's closer though. Look at his mouth. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Oops, this way. Yeah. I need to bevel his headpiece better though.
Bevel.
I could use an X-Acto knife, but I've grown so accustomed to using this box cutter. And I know it's got a brand new blade in it.
And also I've stolen all the X-Acto knives.
And also you've stolen all my X-Acto knives.
Okay, now it should go on a much thinner. And if it doesn't, I'll be kind of upset. Because I think this will work, and if it doesn't, I'll be so upset that it didn't work. Hey, it works! Did you look at that?
Well, what do you know? Alright, so let's work on his arms now, because those look like they're going to be quite a challenge. Let's see. I think I'm going to take this piece and play with it and see how that does. First, I'm going to bevel the outside to make it rounded.
I hate to do this to you, but there's black paint all over the lava. I mean, you know.
Well, now I gotta fix that.
I'm sorry.
I don't think you're very sorry at all.
No, not really.
Actually. Alright, so this is... Actually, that's too thick. I gotta thin it out a little bit more. And now bevel it again. Okay. So, if I put that up his sleeve. I poke a hole through it. Do I have any hole poking devices?
Probably.
Yes, I do. Alright. Oh, you know what we haven't swapped screens in a while. Let's swap to your screen. Yours is a disaster over there.
Yeah.
Look at that sludge you've got going.
Yep, I guess I'll just switch over to where it can be seen better. Yeah, now.
It's gonna start breaking out in song any minute now.
Please don't.
Not me, it.
What, it?
Yeah.
It? The raisin?
Yeah, the raisin.
And that'd be terrifying. It's made of styrofoam.
It's not styrofoam, it's foam insulation.
Well, I'm sorry.
Well, maybe our viewers are wanting to craft along and want to know what I'm using, and we don't want to give them misinformation.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's glue on that. If we were quiet and didn't carry on so much, that would be some fun ASMR.
I can scrape it up. Ah, yes, I am a genius. I mean, it's still difficult, but I now have this. I have this now.
You have a little scraping device?
Well, it's called my fingernails, but yeah.
Okay.
It helps to move them around more, so it's not as thick.
Okay. Whatever works.
Well, don't say whatever works.
If it works.
Because there are a lot of methods I'm refraining from using.
Ah. Oops.
What?
Well, I poked a hole through it, but at a funny angle, so when I poked the arm through it, it opened the portal, as it were. So, that's alright. I was able to fix it. Alright. My turn.
Okay.
So he's got his sleeves on.
I've got a little jacket made of rocks.
I don't know if this would be posable though. He's cute. He probably wouldn't be happy with me if he heard me say that.
Yeah. Especially seeing as it's made of foam insulation.
And now his legs. Well, the rest of it. I better do his legs because I think the rest of his arms are going to be a little more delicate so I don't want to mess them up. So I'll use this piece for his legs. And I will have to put a add them on from the back, since I can't do what I did with the arms and slide them through his hands. Hands? It's like a pool noodle. Oops, did not mean to do that. I just want to put a dent in it. There, like that. To put his legs in. His legs are kind of uniform as far as straight up and down. It's just the feet that kind of spread out into appendages or digits. Okay, well, I'll glue that on. That's not bad. And then I'll glue the other half on.
I need
the back of it. What you need?
It's getting get like the edges. It's hard to get hard to get precision with my fingers.
Well, that's maybe where I'll do the brush later.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want to do the brush right now.
No,
you can. I'll let you.
Seeing as it's difficult to get a wide area with just my fingers,
yeah.
I doubt doing an even smaller area with a new tool will be any easier.
Well, I was going to have you do the glitter, but I don't know if you're going to have time to do that now.
Yeah, probably not.
This one needs a little trim off the side so it fits where his hip is. When I put that other leg on, it split like at the feet, which is almost perfect because it kind of gave it that toe looking appearance to it.
Yeah.
Alright. I can bevel that once it's glued on. Ah! Whoa!
What'd you do?
Well, it came through the hole in the front. Got my finger. No worries. I've been getting burned by a glue gun since 1986.
Really?
Probably more like 88.
When were glue guns invented?
I don't know. Oh, he looks so cute! Look, I'll put him next to the picture on the thing if I don't burn myself on the glue gun. Yeah, that kind of looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I like his little round hands.
It's like those Lego people that have like hands that look like this.
Yeah, the little holders.
Yeah.
He looks kind of cute. With his little sad face. Alright. Let's add other chunks to him. He needs a little bit of the little top triangle for his face. For his eyes. His evil looking slanted eyes. And his weird nose pops out. That's another triangle piece. It has to be a thin triangle piece. Here's one. Here's one. I know you were worried about me finding a thin triangle piece. I could tell.
What?
You're concerned.
Yeah.
Okay. So that gives the slits for his eyes, like that. And his little weird nose. His little rock nose. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of covers up that funny looking.
This is going terribly.
Look at you! You're just covered in black sand.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna try something.
Oh boy. There goes that brush.
It'll be okay.
Shall we go to the overhead?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, for fine detail, this actually works pretty well.
Okay. Let me move there, and then do that. It's getting there. Need to make his funny looking hands. And not have him be a cloven toad. Alright, and cover the back a little bit of his, his legs. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good piece. There's a little piece right there to cover up that under his arm there, but you know what? That's what that's for. That little piece that I cut out, miscellaneous piece, fit perfectly right there. I'll use this to push it in since I've burned myself once already. Let's not do it again.
I've heard if you burn yourself 3 times, it's good luck.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna take that chance.
Oh, alright.
And where did you hear something stupid like that?
Internet.
Well, let's not go doing any experiments on that, shall we?
I'm kidding, I made it up.
Oh, you made it up completely?
Absolutely. Okay, this actually kind of works for getting around the edges.
Okay, excellent.
I'm still getting a lot in the lava, but
well, we can fix that.
I mean, rocks fall in lava all the time.
That's true, and some of them can probably stay. I kind of like the look of that anyway.
Hey, see? Me messing up is actually sometimes a good thing.
Sometimes it is.
Only sometimes.
Only sometimes. Not all the time.
In fact, like, rarely.
Rarely. Okay. That needs to be thinner. I have a frog in my throat.
Why would you eat a frog?
I cannot clear my throat. Excuse me while I get some water.
You have water? Can I have water?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Welcome. Okay. I'm just gonna push that up in there. This is a thin piece of foam, so the top part was thinner, but the bottom part was not, so I'm shaving it even more. And what I like about the thinner pieces is it actually will curve. You can use it as to mold as you go. So I'm going to tuck that up under his chin and then hold it down over the body there to give it a little more thickness, and it'll just sort of blend into that area, continuing to look like a rock. But I'm going to use this flathead screwdriver to get it up in there so I don't burn myself. It's going to make 3 of these. I don't think I'm going to get 1 done today, let alone 3. So the idea was for you to work on the air portal. Is that something you still want to do?
I could.
I saved it for you.
Oh.
If you don't want to, that's fine. I can totally work on it since...
I think the real question is, do you want me to work on that?
Well...
Seeing where all my other projects have led.
No, the fire portal looks great.
I mean, it's doused in paint.
It's doused in paint. So maybe that should have been something we did before the stream.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
That's alright. This is a good project for you to do also. But since we only have 3 more days of... Or today and 2 more days of crafting after this week until we go on our staycation.
We're going to be cleaning the whole time. Don't call it a staycation.
Well, yes, we are going to be cleaning and reorganizing and all sorts of stuff. Many trips to donation centers. But I wanted to kind of get this portal thing done before the end of the week. So I have, in fact, why don't I show it to everybody? I did finish the portal to the Earth elemental plane, and I had a mini on there, but with all this stuff, I don't think I want to take any chances with the mini falling in. I will flip to that camera and show everyone. It's made out of foam, of course. I painted the bottom because, I don't know, that's just me, a completionist. I've put a mixture of bits of sand, some green scatter terrain. What is it called? It's called something. I forget. It's like moss. It's like powdered moss. I don't know. Someone can tell me the word later. And paint, but I also textured the base of it using this invention of my own, which is a dollar store rolling pin covered in a package of dollar store copper scrubbing brushes that you untwist. They look like donuts, but when you untwist them, I put all 3 from the package on here, and when you roll this over terrain, it gives it a nice texture. So I did that to the interior here. It's hard to tell because there's a lot of other textures on there too, but it makes the surface of the terrain not as clean and flat looking as a standard piece of foam. So then I painted it with Mod Podge, of course, because that gives it a little extra security and sturdiness. Sturdiness?
I don't know. You keep asking me these questions. I don't know anything about this sort of stuff.
Just agree with me.
Yeah, you're right.
And then gave it as kind of a sponge highlight paint. So that's the portal to the Earth, the plane of Earth.
Dimension.
In my world, yeah. It was kind of modeled after Stonehenge, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Stonehenge.
I don't know.
I'm telling you.
Oh, okay.
Stonehenge.
I thought you were asking.
No.
Because, yeah, no.
Anyway, so we have that done, and of course you all saw last week I worked on the water, the portal to the plane of water, which is now done. That's clear glue mixed with a variety of glitter paint. I've got the shells that I've painted a sort of a fluorescent looking. Hey, Sal!
Hi.
And I went ahead and added these. What would you call this? This is like shell looking
rocks.
Well, the outside. I made them rounded, and I made them sort of look like lichen, like large pieces of lichen.
Yeah.
And then
I know what that is.
Yeah.
I don't.
No. And covered it with sea glass to match the exterior band. So now there's stairs going up to the top to jump into the portal to the water plane. So we've got 2 done, 2.5.
Yeah.
Since the fire plane's almost done, so we just need the air. All right, where's my little guy here? Oh, he's coming along so well. What's up, Sal?
How you been?
Yeah, how you been? Ooh, I like the idea of having that little chunk right there in the back. Yeah, like a shoulder piece. No, we have a water glass over here. But you know, the other day I had a plastic canister open that had in fact it had these sea glass pieces in them because I was working on this. But next to it I also had the similar looking feeling canister of my peanut butter pretzels next to it. And I reached in at one point when I was hungry to the wrong container, but caught myself just in time.
Yeah, I would never drink from that again. It tastes terrible.
Yeah, no, I had to leave all that on Twitter and beyond. I just needed to get away, and I'm streaming today. It's helps me get away, and that's what I'm doing. Try not to stress out. Do what's best for you. Okay, there's a little gap there. I need a little piece of foam rock in there. I've got pieces all over. So, of course, now it looks like he has big, heavy jowls. Maybe a thinner piece. Let's put it on you for now. While I look for a thinner piece.
I've gotten the technique down for this pretty well.
Oh, they can't see you with that angle.
Oh no.
That's okay. That's how I'll switch back to the overhead.
Yeah, you probably should. I can't move this easily.
That's fine. Oh.
You still can't see me. Well, you have no idea what I'm doing. It's a surprise.
Alright, I'll go back to my camera.
Well, I can switch over here if you want to put it on my...
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. There you go.
What creature are you making? I have no
idea. This is an earth elemental. Probably going to be used sometime during the Banana Brothers, or maybe during the Mucky Luppets.
What?
That's our Zoom game. They've chosen a new name.
Oh.
We had British Invasion, but it didn't make sense since I didn't have all Brits. I just had 2 Brits, an Aussie, and a Canuck.
Canadian.
Yeah. So they changed their name to the Mucky Luppets.
As opposed to the Lucky Muppets?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm assuming. I wasn't in on that conversation. As the DM, I don't get in on that conversation. They got to choose. So yeah, that is a... Oh, you can't see it on my camera, but... Oh, shut up. I'm taking over your camera. Aw, isn't he cute? Looks just like that one, doesn't it? Not really.
It's like the main skeleton in flesh of him without the rocks and color.
Yeah, well, once he's painted, it'll look better. And filled in with the foam.
Well.
He's a far cry better than my original elementals that I made. I originally made 3 other elementals. I never did make an earth elemental, so this is my first attempt at that, but my fire and water elemental are terrible. They're kind of pathetic. Although the water elemental looks sad. He's got a funny face. He looks very sad. I made them out of cotton. Wire and cotton. A la Tranquil. Alright, so I'm going to make his hand kind of funny. I'm going to make it this circular. Oh, you can't see me. That's alright. If it works, I'll switch to my camera. How about that?
Okay. Yeah, I think I finally nailed down the process of spreading it out evenly.
Excellent.
After, you know, all of this
that
time.
Mess. That's okay. That'll work.
This is the brush for it, which, by the way, I've like covered in rocks.
Yeah, I know. That's alright. I'll give it a rinse. Okay. I think I've got the process, so I'm going to switch to my camera to show... I think I gave him 6 fingers, though, but we'll see.
What?
Well, you'll see what I'm talking about. Let me switch the cameras. Okay. So I've taken this round piece, like that, and then I've split it, and I'm carefully opening it. And I kind of chiseled out the inside a little bit, like that. And then I have gone and, with keeping it rounded, I've gone and cut the foam out from between his little rocky fingers. Like that. And then, oh, that's 5. Yay! 1, 2, no, it's 6. I'll have to take one away. I don't know how many fingers they have. So, it would go on like that. And then I'll, of course, make them pointy. More pointy. But that kind of gives you the idea and matches. Sorta! Once it's smoothed out. Will match better. Okay, alright. We're going. Let's go to the overhead. We'll get both of us in here. But now I gotta figure out how to get rid of a finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6 is too many. This is one on the side. And I do want to chisel them very carefully. Boy, I sure wish I had my X-Acto knife. You know they can't see your face, right?
Yeah. I think it'd be better if they could.
You're more expressive with your face right now than your voice.
Yeah.
Which is ironic since you're a singer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be chiseled so that there's a good separation and also that they look like stone digits.
Digits?
You know, fingers or digits.
Oh, why would you call them digits? You should call them fingers.
Well, because you have 10 digits on your body. 20 digits on your body.
Alright.
Because your toes are digits also.
Alright.
Where'd that come from? Alright, so now these are all the same size. We can't have that. Let's see. The one on top is shorter. So we'll make that one slight. That's his thumb. We're going to call that his thumb.
They have thumbs?
Well, they do now.
Oh.
And then the rest need to be pointier. There we go. You almost done with that?
What, me? No.
Oh, wow. You gonna finish it today, though?
No.
Great.
Even if I go in, like, even if I, like, stay here after the stream ends and work on it, which I probably will.
Oh, good.
It won't be done for a while.
Because as soon as you're done for the day, that brush is toast. You'll have to get a new brush.
It's still fine.
There's no way that brush is going to be usable the next time you come to the table.
You know what? I think it will be.
Alright, but don't rinse it off in my sink upstairs.
Where else am I supposed to rinse it off? That was like my main plan.
Uh-huh. Okay. I'm gonna have to add another piece around that part there because I don't want his hand in too far because then it looks like he has stubby little arms, look. So I have to give him longer arms. So I'll put this on the end and then I'll put another piece right here. In fact, I'll do that now. Before I forget. I beveled that so much I made it into a square again.
That's not how this works.
I'm gonna cut it in half and then use the split down the middle technique. So dinner is every man for himself tonight.
Oh boy.
I decided because I have a steak defrosted that I need some iron in my body. So I'm having steak tonight.
I'm gonna have pizza.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Or maybe Chinese food again for like the 4th time in a row.
You love it.
It's good.
We don't get Chinese often enough. You're gonna get sick of it though.
Nah.
You don't get sick of Chinese food?
No.
No. Daddy's and my anniversary is Monday.
Cool.
We're thinking about having hot wings.
From
I don't know.
Taco Mac?
Maybe.
I think we should.
That'd be good. Yep. I knew that piece was gonna be too big. For his arm extension. I'll just use half of it. Oh, you can just look looking at the bottom part. I could find little shavings of rocks to fill in and hide the wire that you see there. Okay, where's his hand? I hope I didn't chop it up. Nope, here it is. Oh, that's better. Okay. That'll work. I need to make it look like he's reaching out like the one in the picture. I guess once it dries and is more secure on there, I can do some trimming. Give him a better palm. Ooh, that looks good! What do you think?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get it up to the camera. Alright, we're getting there. Sort of. I love it when a plan comes together. Oh, look at that, it's 5 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
Let's stop streaming now.
Oh.
You gonna keep painting?
Probably.
Okay. Alright, everybody. I didn't get my little guy finished here, but that's alright. We're gonna continue working on this. And we'll see you tomorrow, right? Probably continue working on these items right here. And then on Friday also. You're still game to join me on Friday?
Sure.
Yay! Everyone, thank you so much for joining Clover and me today. I really appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Woo.
For sure. I'm going to move the thank you over onto your... Wouldn't that look better if I moved the thank you way over here? And it shows up better?
Sure.
Thank you.
Would you like me to like model it for you?
There you go. There you go. Thanks, everybody.
Ah, no! I got it on my jeans. I mean,
no!
my jeans are black, so you can't see it. I also dropped your brush on the floor.